What's up, y'all? So somebody wrote to me about religion and relationships, talking about and asking questions of how do you break the ice to your significant other that you love or attracted to, that you're dating. How do you break the ice about, hey, I am not a follower of the mainstream religion, we'll say. And how does that work in a relationship once you're in one? So we'll talk about that today. So if you're a polytheist, if you're pagan, living in America, as James Brown says, or anywhere else, um, it's a tough subject that you fall in love with a person and you may even start dating them and they don't know your secret, your dirty little secret of your spiritual path, that you are not the church boy or girl or person that they think you may be. So, how does that work out? So, I've done a video about this in the past. I've done one video on this years ago. And so, I'll tell you that that is not an easy subject or place to be in life, I know. And I would say if you're dating someone, to let them know around the second or third date, if not the first. Usually the first date, when you're dating someone, say that you finally hit that stage and you're actually going on a date with someone, let them get to know you, and then definitely let them know, especially when it starts getting serious, and let them say, hey, I know that when I wasn't a pagan, that the person I was dating at the time years ago said, hey, I'm a witch. She didn't say it that way. She didn't say it that way. But about the second or third date that we got together, they told me. So definitely be open and honest. You do not want to go into marriage with that secret, that they don't know that part about you. Definitely not. So that is definitely the deal breaker for some, I know, but it has to be on the table that, hey, my spiritual life is super important to me, and this is who I am, and this is what I am. And I'll tell you that some people will reject you for it. You have to find the special person that is either pagan, polytheist, what have you, or they are accepting of your spiritual path, truly accepting, not somebody that mocks you and laughs behind your back because you believe what you do. Because especially if you're looking into marriage and long-term relationships, you have to have someone that you gel, that if she or he or they are not pagan, if they're even Christian, but if they respect your beliefs and you're like, hey, I'm doing a ritual, if they happen to walk in on you praying and you say, hey, I'm just finishing up my prayers or whatever, and they're cool with that, then you found the diamond in the rough that Jafar wanted so badly, making all kinds of references this morning, but the illustrations prove a point that it is a diamond relationship you have. Because in a perfect world, you would find someone that's also pagan and polytheistic and so forth. So that is super rare, and it is very possible because depending on where you meet, online, at a pagan new age shop, I mean, it happens all the time. But you also need to have someone, if they're not that, to be accepting and let you express your faith, your spiritual path, whatever what you want to call it. Because if they're jealous, well, not jealous, but if they're mocking, if they're unaccepting, the relationship is not going to work. It's not. Because one of the worst things in the world is to get into a relationship with somebody that just tolerates your spiritual path and your religion and your practice and X, Y, and Z. That you're able to practice, but then they'll laugh when you bring it up. They'll mock you and stuff. That's toxic. It's toxic and it doesn't work in the long run of things. If they truly love you, then they accept you for who you are. Okay, and that's not going to be the way it is with everybody. Not everyone's going to accept it. And it's better to be happy with yourself than just change who you are to make someone else happy, you know? So you have to be open and honest in a relationship. And you also need a healthy relationship that they respect you and you respect them and their stuff and they respect you. It's a mutual thing, and that's what makes things in relationships last long term. So, how important is spirituality to you? How important is what you believe to you? Is what you believe solid that no one's going to change that just because they don't like it? You need to find someone that I said doesn't tolerate but accepts you for who you are. Like, again, the kind of person that you may be doing a ritual of prayer and they walk in and they see you doing that and they respectfully go until you're done. That's what you want in a relationship. That's respect. That's not mocking. And that's real. That's the kind of relationship I have. So my wife is not pagan. For those that want, I get that question a lot. Does my wife practice along with me? The answer is no. No, she does not. The reason being is that she's not really pagan or polytheistic, but she's accepting of the idea. And she respects that when I do these videos, when I do my shows, Mythical Musings, when I do any kind of thing, I'm like, hey, I got a show today. Hey, I'm doing this today. Hey, I'm doing this video. And she's like, okay, that's what you want. That's what the long-term thing is. If you don't have someone that is also pagan, you have to find somebody that is accepting of your spiritual path and respects it enough to say, hey, yeah, you do your thing and let me know when you're done. I just got to be doing this other thing. We may have something else going on, but as long as we have this time frame to do it, you go for it, kind of thing. Sometimes life's busy, you know, but at least it is an accepting relationship, and that's long term, because if you don't have that, it's not going to work. So definitely my advice to you, those that are in relationships right now, you got to let them know. It cannot be a surprise once you're married, because something's going to give. Either they are going to be untrusting of you, or you're going to keep that hidden and not be happy with yourself or your life, because one day it's going to come on the table and you're going to have to let it out one day. And the dominoes will fall. So you want to be open and honest again and again. And it's a shame of the world we live in, but not every relationship is going to work. And spirituality is a big part of people's lives, no matter their faith in religion. And just don't give in and just give up on what you believe just because you want that relationship more. I'm not you. I can't tell you what to do. But if you want to keep practicing your spiritual path, that's the way to go. Find someone that believes that you like you believe, or someone that is accepting and lets you practice what you believe. I wouldn't want to be anyone else that was in any other kind of relationship other than that, for sure. Especially if you're planning on being with this person for the long haul, all the way to the end. Definitely not. Anyway, that's the answer to the question. That is sage advice I would give anybody. I think that's really good advice. Definitely. Like, I hate quoting the Bible, but they say, you know, two people should not be unevenly yoked. So even they say that you have to have the same belief or respect for that belief to make it even work. And that is true. Anyway, guys, see you later. Bye.